Hey guys, good to see you. This is day 13 of striker pose, bringing your yoga to your home. And so these next couple of postures, there's actually 3 in this one. There's 3 and they might seem quite challenging, but I just want to throw them in there because I think everyone needs a little challenge in their body. It wakes you up, and whether you like it or not, give it a go, and who knows where you're going to go with these postures. Okay, and so we're going to start by warming up the body because we're going to need some arm strength here, and we're going to need some balance as well in our core. So let's just start on all fours. Spread the fingertips nice and wide. Take a lovely big breath in, breathe the core in. Exhale, bend into those elbows. Bring the elbows in towards your ribs. Lift back up. Loosen the neck muscles. Gaze forward, inhale. And exhale, bending into those elbows. Up we go. 2 more of these. And wiggle into those hips. And start to lift the right leg out. And we're going to bend into it and bring it wide of the mat. Taking a wide lizard. And then sweep it back all the way. And then taking it wide. Big breath in. And wide. All the way up. Great. Then start to stretch that right leg out all the way. Stretch it until it can't go anymore. And lift the right hand up into the air. Nice breath in. Exhale. And release the hand down. Sweep the foot back. Give it a little shake. Open up those hips. Great. We're ready for the other side. We're ready to lift the left leg up into the air and bring it over towards the outer edge of the mat. Bend into it. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, float it back. Inhaling and exhale. The last one, stretch the leg out, kind of like a karate kick out. You're stretching into the leg. Push into the right hand. This left hand is free. And shoot it up into the air. If that doesn't feel right, keep the hand down. Slowly release. Great. Take child's pose. And then let's meet back on the mat in tabletop. Awesome. Loosen the neck muscles. We're going to push into our down dog, so lift these knees and lift the hips. Take a couple of breaths. Right foot, let's shoot it all the way up into the air. Wiggle into the ankles. Let's warm up this ankle. And then start to warm into the hip joint. So circle the foot. Make it nice and wide. Great. And then this right foot's coming forward. Remember what we said. If it doesn't want to come forward, grab hold of it. Back foot goes 90 degrees. Setting up for your warrior 2. Spiral the arms up. Bend into your right knee. So set your warrior 2 here, your foundation. So if it doesn't feel right, take a few minutes to settle into the pose. Or a few breaths. Open up the arms nice and wide. Bend into the knee. Great. This right hand, right forearm's coming down onto the thigh. As we do, let's lift this left arm up. To find your alignment, bring it back and shoot the hand underneath the ear. Shoot it up. Lift the ribs up to face the ceiling. Great, find that energy. Bend into the right knee. Awesome, staying here is great. Options are to take the full side angle, using either a block, pushing down into the block, finding that shoot up, or removing the block. So we go from warrior 2, open up the arms nice and wide, and we sweep the right hand down towards the mat. Pushing the hand into the mat, and finally lengthen that left arm, rolling the shoulder back. Options are right hand can stay on the inside of the foot, or you can wiggle it like Ashtanga to the outside. So it's totally up to you, or you can take it back to the block. Okay, wherever you are, you go with it. Okay, so I'm going to use the block for now. And hold in there. Stay in this pose for a few breaths. And then slowly release back out of it into warrior 2. So stretching back up Lengthen that right leg. Wiggle into the hips. Bend into the knees. Keep things loose. I'm going to use a belt for the next parts of this posture. The bind, okay? And this bind is super powerful for your bowels and for your organs. It's starting to twist things together a little bit more in your organs, which pumps a lot of energy and creates awesome blood cells into the body. And so let's take the warrior two again. I'll open up the arms, nice and wide. Big breath in. Exhale, bend into your warrior two. And with this right hand, we're going to sweep it down. Okay, so it's either going to come towards the mat. If it doesn't want to do that, sweep it just underneath the thigh straight away. So once it's there, let it hold there, okay? And with this left arm that's dangling around, roll the shoulder back, okay? And what you'll notice is two things. Either your hands are going to meet and marry, or they're not going to meet, okay? So if your hands don't meet, your fingertips don't meet, that's absolutely fine. Keep them where they are for now. If your hands meet, stay there for 2 big breaths. If your hands don't, just rest for 2 breaths here and slowly release out. Great, let's open back up and let's start to use the belt. So for those that their hands didn't meet, it's absolutely fine. We're going to use the belt, okay? It's tricky getting into this pose using the belt, so I'm going to demo with it. Keep it close by to you. So take warrior two, open up the arms nice and wide. Big breath in, exhale, bend into the pose. Then slowly release the right hand down. As it comes underneath the thigh, grab hold of your rope, and then with this left arm, let it peel back, and then grab hold of the other part of the rope, and find your tightest point. So wiggle the hands together, wiggle the rope together to find that bind. Hold there. Great. And work on that left shoulder peeling back. Once we've got that, let's step out of it. Take a breather. Good. Bending into your knees, bending into the hips, taking a few breaths. And so the third part is bird of paradise. It's a super beautiful flower that you see in tropical countries and also in M&S if you shop in there. And it's super hard to get into. So there's loads of stages and it can look flipping ugly. So don't worry, if you're anything like me, it don't look too pretty. So let's do it together. It's one of my poses that I'm working on and trying to boss myself. The reason why I love it is because it starts to really open up these hip joints here and you can really feel that in your legs. There's loads of modifications for this. And so if you were in the bind and needed the rope, keep hold of the rope. If your hands touched, you've got your hands as your support. You can also train with the wall. So we're going to step up first of all to take in our bind. So the right hand comes under our right thigh, and then with this left hand we grab hold of the right. If that doesn't fit, use your rope. Okay, once we're here, bring your right foot, lift it up to the wall, push it in. Okay, so we find that push in. If you're finding that super hard, release out and just bring the foot to the wall, bend into it. Use your hand as a support and start warming up that area. Okay, so there's lots of different options into this pose. If someone was to walk in right now, they'd probably think I've turned into a yoga weirdo. Okay, but work on this left hip now facing out. So wherever you are, your hand could be under in this bind. Work on the left hip facing out. Good. And slowly release. Wiggle it off. Let's come to the mat. Let's try and make the magic on the mat. So taking our warrior two pose. Nice big inhale in. Exhale, bend into the knee. Sweep that right hand underneath the thigh. Grab hold of the other hand. If that doesn't want to help or be there, that's absolutely fine. Use your rope. Okay, but find a firm grip with whatever you've got. Then what you're going to do, this left foot, the back foot, big sumo step forward. So start to guide it forward. This is the bit that I said, yeah, it looks really ugly. I'm going to face you guys so you can watch me. And then walk this right heel up. So your right heel, lift it up, take the gaze forward. Once you're there, just hold it. This may be your posture and you're thinking, what on earth am I doing? Breathe with it and start to gaze up. Take the gaze and lift this right foot. Finding your balance on your left foot. Great. Once you're there, wiggle into your ankle. Then start to stretch out the leg. Finding your stretch. Open up. Woo! Coming out of it. Go back into it one more time. Using your grip in your hands. Roll the shoulders back. Great. Find length. Shoot out the leg. And slowly release down. And step the foot back forward into your warrior two bind. Great. Slowly release. And do what on earth feels right for you right now. Great. Trying those three out. Wherever you are in your practice, it doesn't matter if you face bomb down into the mat. Just giving it a go. Promise you, it's better than not. For your body, at whatever stage you are, whether it's just warrior two and your side stretch, stay there and enjoy that. You don't have to try bird of paradise, but give it a go. Who knows where your journey will take you. Namaste, guys.